This case presents a modern twist on sexual harassment. The plaintiff is John Goodfellow, former Vice President of Safety Inspections for Cabot Labs. John Goodfellow has been in the pharmaceutical industry for over 20 years. In 2010, he was recruited by Cabot Laboratories to be their Vice President of Safety Inspections, and he readily accepted the position. When he arrived at his new job, he was introduced to his administrative assistant, Laura Bonita. He and Laura had a prior relationship when they were in their early 20s. They had lived together in the 90s before either of them were married and before either of them worked for Cabot Laboratories. The defendant is Cabot Laboratories, a multi-billion-dollar international pharmaceutical business with headquarters in Orlando, Florida. Ozzie Dreamer is Cabot's Director of Human Resources. The HR department does all hiring and firing for Cabot Laboratories' home office. Ozzie Dreamer hired John Goodfellow. He also hired Laura Bonita. When John started, John told Ozzie that he had had a prior relationship with Laura Bonita. John told Ozzie that he would have no problem working with Laura Bonita, that their relationship had occurred many years earlier, and that he was now happily married. Accordingly, Ozzie assigned Laura to be John's administrative assistant. At first, John Goodfellow and Laura Bonita got along well together. Then, one night in 2011, they were working late and John suggested they order dinner, stay late, and finish the project. Laura agreed. John telephoned his wife to tell her that he would be working late and he would have to get a hotel room downtown. Laura overheard that conversation. John called for sandwiches, and when they arrived, he pulled a bottle of scotch from his bottom drawer. Laura readily agreed. She was attracted to John and welcomed the attention. Laura asked John about his marriage. He told her that his sexual relationship with his wife was non-existent. Laura put her hand on John's leg and told him that she thinks about him often and reminisces about their relationship those many years ago. They consensually and willingly spent the night together in the hotel room John had reserved. The next afternoon, Laura walked into John's office, closed the door, and they began to kiss. John stopped the kissing, told Laura that he was not interested in a sexual relationship with her, and told her that he did not want to be unfaithful to his wife. Laura admits most of those facts, but claims that the flirtations were mutual until John abruptly stopped their tryst. According to John, after that, Laura stopped doing good work for him and in fact began to sabotage his career. He claims that she erased appointments from his calendar so that he failed to show up for important meetings with his boss. He also claims that she distributed incomplete reports, making it appear that he was incompetent. In 2012, John was overlooked for promotion. According to his personnel file, the incomplete report, which was distributed together with poor attitude, was listed as reasons why he was not fit for promotion. In October 2013, he was fired. Two people older than John, both of whom made more money than John, were kept in John's department when John was let go. His personnel file reflects his continuing poor attitude reflected in his constant complaining about his secretary. Several times, John had complained to Ozzie Dreamer about Laura not being a good secretary. It is documented that twice, once in 2012 and once again in 2013, John told Ozzie that Laura was purposefully sabotaging John's career in apparent retaliation for his refusal to give in to her sexual advances. John claimed that Laura made comments about what he was missing and he'll be sorry. He described her flashing her panties at him by brushing aside her skirt. It was corroborated that she kissed him at a holiday party. Ozzie asked Laura about the lapses, and Laura blamed John for failing to attend appointments. She also told Ozzie that John instructed her to send the report, which he now claims was not ready to be sent. Ozzie discovered evidence that suggested that Laura may have missed John's direction regarding the report. He found an email in which John informed Laura that he intended to update the report. It appeared that Laura received John's email just 2 hours before she distributed the incomplete report. Ozzie also found emails from John to Laura asking about appointments to which Laura advised that they were set and on his calendar. Those appointments were deleted before she sent that email. Ozzie could not determine who deleted the appointment. In May 2013, Ozzie sent John the following email.
This is the second time that you've blamed your failures on your support staff. Last time you complained, I learned that you violated company policy by sleeping with your secretary. Lucky for you and for the company, Miss Bonita did not press charges for sexual harassment. After we spoke, I thoroughly investigated your concerns expressed to me that Laura is purposefully sabotaging your career. She admits unprofessional conduct one time in 2011. She claims that she works very hard for you and denies that she is angry at you or that she is sabotaging your career. John, you are responsible for your work and your calendar. Determine that your allegations are groundless. I've assigned you to a new secretary, someone who resembles your grandmother. I hope you guys are happy. I trust this ends this affair. No pun intended. Ozzie.
After he was fired, John reported the sexual harassment and hostile work environment to the EEOC, Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, which initiated an investigation. The EEOC took statements from all parties involved. In her statement to the EEOC, Laura claimed that John initiated the sexual relationship, reserved the hotel and arranged to spend the night, invited her to drink alcohol, and eventually he invited her to sleep with him. She told the EEOC that she felt that she had no choice but to sleep with him. She told them that she was relieved when he ended the affair the next day, and that she has neither harassed nor sabotaged him ever since. The EEOC declined to prosecute, made no findings, and issued John a right to sue letter. This lawsuit followed. John Goodfellow is suing Cabot Labs for allowing a hostile work environment. He seeks back and future pay of $3.5 million, plus emotional distress of $3.5 million, for a total of $7 million.